All right, we're just going to jump right into it. January 1st and what we walked into in 2026. Our budget had not been passed in South Carolina. If you didn't know, you have to have a budget every year. I found that out of the MASC meeting. I already kind of knew it, but you have to have a budget. So you can't continue and use a budget for 6 months when you don't have the funds there to use. We were 3 years delinquent in audits. We were about a year behind on reporting to different financial things like ARPA funding. We weren't reporting our PARD grant. We weren't reporting a lot of things that we were finding out. There was a lack of grants. I think I was able to find about 6 or 7 grants that had been applied for in previous years. A lack of financial oversight, gross overspending on things, um, duplicate services that we were paying for when we shouldn't have had been paying for them, spending things on utilities when we shouldn't have had been, really spending a lot of money on things that could really be cut back. Transparency was probably at an all-time low, I would say. Due to not having 3 years of audits, it's hard to be transparent when you can't give your people an audit. Um, Transparency was a problem. It was hard to track minutes. It was hard to read budgets, and it was hard to find out answers. Not because people were hiding the answers, mainly just because I don't think the answers were really truly ever known. When I was trying to read the budget and truly understand it, I could barely understand it, and I do have somewhat of knowledge in government just from doing my own research. So I know the everyday citizen wouldn't be able to look at our previous budget and truly be able to say what does it cost to operate the town and what do we bring in. And that's mainly because the budget back then was broke into a general fund budget and a hospitality. The general fund budget had all of your operating costs and all of your capital projects shoved into one. You can't really truly know what you're spending on operations if you're mixing in capital projects to that. Same way with our revenue. Our revenue was showing transfer from bank accounts to meet what our expenditures were. So to get caught up, we started in January. We passed our budget. My first meeting as a mayor, I had to pass a budget, and I had pretty much no idea what I was doing. But luckily, I have a good team. Heather, I got good people at the MASC like Rob Wolf, ACOG, some of my other mayors like Rick Sanders. They really helped me get my budget took care of, and we started working on our new budget for this year immediately, and we passed it on time for the first time in a few years now. So we have our budget before the deadline. We split it up into 3 sections. We have our operating budget and what we bring in to cover that. We have our capital projects budget that breaks down all the things that we're going to spend money on this coming up year and how we're going to do that. And it shows that we're taking that money from the general fund and showing how much we have left over. Same way with hospitality. The hospitality budget, if people don't know, hospitality is a hospitality tax that we have to spend on tourism and hospitality related things, education. Oh, so that's what we did to fix the budget. All of our audits are called up now. I am super proud of that. I challenged Heather to that. I challenged all of our auditors to that to get our audits called up because it has been years since all of our audits have been done on time. And now we have the 23, the 24, and the 25, and they'll soon start on the 26th. So we are all called up.